I actually ran into Sarah Aubrey, who it was Pete's producing partner, and she had worked on the movie with us. And I ran into her at a movie theater, and she said, "Hey," and we hadn't seen each other maybe in 2 years. And she said, "Guess what? We're thinking about maybe making a TV show out of Friday Night Lights." And I thought, well, that sounds great. You guys have a good time with that. And she's like, no, no, no. You know what? We should talk about, like, maybe we might want to talk about, like, you playing that part. And thank you. That's nice. Well, let's talk. And then it really started to happen, and that started to come together, and I started getting phone calls about playing the role in the TV show, and I resisted very strongly, extremely. I said no a number of times, and they were going through all their different journeys of different guys to play the coach, and um, Pete had a very specific idea in mind of who he thought the coach should be because he was thinking about Billy Bob Thornton. And I can't remember. I think he went through a few country music singers, and then they didn't work out, and none of that ended up being right. And I was like, I sort of was just like following it all and watching it all, and at the same time. But at the same time, I didn't really have a lot going on. I mean, I think at the time I'd been working on the West Wing. Oh, and I think at that time I was working on 24 as well. And both of those were great experiences, and I was really thrilled because I was a huge fan of both of those shows. So that was really nice to be able to do that, once Spin City was over. Um, but at the same time, I just didn't want to play a coach's wife in a TV show. So then they said, okay, we think we found this guy, and they sent me, and I said, who's Kyle Chandler? And they sent me a DVD. Kyle had just done Grey's Anatomy, and he did this Grey's Anatomy where he got blown up. And they sent me that DVD, and I watched it, and then I was like, oh my God, Grey's Anatomy is awesome. So I became a huge Grey's Anatomy fan. And then I was also like, oh yeah, that guy Kyle. I mean, I don't know, I guess. I don't know. I couldn't really tell. He was like wearing this big suit, and then he got blown up. I can't really tell. I don't care. I don't want to play this part anyway. And then Pete really started putting on the pressure. And he said, listen, this is our opportunity to give these women a voice, and I didn't get to do that in the movie. I couldn't figure out how to do it, but those women are a very important part of that culture. We're talking about this culture of this town, and their love of football, but it's about the family, and we've got to do that, and this is our opportunity to do that. And he was very convincing about it, and so I went against all my better judgment and decided to go ahead and do it, and was convinced that I, had some kind of death wish and just was going to forever be, sort of playing wallflower ladies on TV.